One more time. We back again. We got another video. If you're in the car, we want you to be careful, and if you're at home, we want you to relax. I want to have a special thanks to Oakwood University. We did Oakwood University about two weeks ago on Saturday. It was a beautiful turnout. It was real nice. It was their alumni. It's really their homecoming. It's HBCU in Huntsville. So we want to thank everybody that came out, and we want to thank you for the support. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for everybody that participated in the forum and watched the video. So we want to say a special thanks to you. And also, about a year and a half, we did Oakwood University before. And they came out and they gave a lot of support. And it was really, really deep. We had some young brothers there. Now, we did the alumni this time. But before at Oakwood, we did they were undergrads. So we want to thank them for having us back out again. So we're putting that video together. We did take that forum. We'll be bringing that to you a little bit later. So this video, this one is going to be about not idealizing or fantasizing about a relationship. We don't want to idealize or fantasize about a relationship. It's easy to go into the relationship with blinders on. A lot of times we want to be with somebody, we meet somebody that we really like, we want to be with them. They give us that warm and fuzzy feeling on the inside. They're really special. We think this is the one, this is the time, so we put our best foot forward. We start doing things that we don't normally do, and we don't investigate and look into what we're actually doing and who is this actually in front of us. We need to take our time before we jump into the relationship and start idealizing or fantasizing about what this is going to be. Because a lot of times the young ladies coming up, they can play with the Barbie and the Ken doll or whatever doll have you, and they can start romanticizing and fantasizing about what a relationship is and what it should be. The fellas, we sit around and we talk on the playground or maybe at school in the locker room after gym, and we talk about how beautiful the girl is, how fine she is, and we fantasize and romanticize about what we want in a relationship and what we want in a woman. But realistically, how often do we get that opportunity of the things that we idealize and romanticize about? Usually it doesn't work like that. So in the relationships that we have currently, it has to work. When we idealize and romanticize, very rarely is this the type of situation that we get into. Very rarely is it a time where we meet him or her and the chemistry is beautiful. Him or her are beautiful, good looking, attractive. The communication is there, the sex is magnificent. These relationships do not exist. So when we talk about fantasizing and romanticizing, we want to be careful about going into it with an idealistic view. It's if we could just use for an example, in this case, let's say surgery. When we go for surgery, it's going to entail, whether the surgery be small or large, there's going to be a certain amount of pain involved with surgery. We don't idealize or fantasize about what the surgery is going to be. We know it's going to be strenuous, it's going to be painful, and this is going to be something we have to endure. But the doctor is giving you the surgery to cure you of your ailments, to make you healthier. So in the surgery, because we don't idealize or fantasize or romanticize about it, we know what it is. It's very serious. It's there for correction. It's to help us cure the ailment or the disease or whatever your unhealthy situation is. So when we move forward and we go off into our relationships and we understand that there's going to be a certain amount of pain that comes with the elevation in our relationship. We've all been in relationships. Many of us have not had surgery. But we do understand in relationship there is a lot of pain involved. There's a lot of trauma, a lot of drama. There's a lot of dysfunction involved in a relationship. So when we get to these parts of the relationship, we're going to hit impasses. We're going to be with somebody that we really want to be with. And we're going to hit this impasse that's going to require us to have patience, understanding. We're going to have that stick-to-itiveness. We're going to have passion for the other person so we can persevere through this process. So when we get to that impasse and we know it's going to be a certain amount of pain involved, this pain is for correction. This is where we have to have the impasse, and we know that we need to move forward and we need to correct what is wrong. So in order to correct what is wrong, we are going to have that patience. We are going to have that passion for what we're doing. So in the case of the surgeon, in that process, because there is pain involved and we don't romanticize and fantasize about it, we know what it is. So the doctor is going to prescribe you some medication. And the medication is for the pain. But that comes with the surgery. And just like in our relationships, there's a certain amount of pain that comes with the surgery. Now I can write you this prescription and you can do with it whatever you would like. You can use it or not. But what we don't want to do in our relationships is point fingers. So I want you to ball up your fists and I want you to put your hands in your lap or behind your back. I don't want you to point fingers because I want you to look at yourself. I want you to be able to look in the mirror. It took me years and I'm still changing, I'm still elevating, still growing to understand why I do what I do, why I don't do what I should do, what triggers me, what's my trauma, why do I behave this way. So when you ball up your fists and you put your fingers away and stop pointing the finger at the opposite sex or the other person, then you can start realizing who you are. Because why would I want a broken you? You need to be the best you that you can be. So ball up your fists and put your fingers away. Because it's easy to see the mouse in my house, but don't see the whole circus in yours. And this is all of us. Each and every one of us has a lot of baggage that we come with. So I want you to take this information, test this information, and try this information. I want you to take it to the barbershop or the hair salon, take it to the church or the job. We want you to like, comment, or subscribe. This is the Clipperdome Chronicles. Thank you.